Just getting some Thai basil here from our little herb garden on our deck. We're making a chicken curry today. This is one of the ingredients. So we started growing this stuff a few years ago because every time we go to the store and buy this stuff is so expensive. It's like $7-8 for a little packet. So having this in your backyard makes things a little cheaper. So we've got our produce department in the backyard. Just getting some tomatoes. We need these for the chicken curry that we're making. Nothing like homegrown tomatoes. They actually do taste better. Oops, dropped one. You know, I'm in a hurry because our mechanic is coming. So I'm trying to fix something real quick so we have something to eat when he arrives. Our friend who's a mechanic. Okay, let's head back inside. I'll show you guys more. Hey everyone, let's make some Singaporean noodles and chicken curry today. So I just finished chopping the chicken here. I'm using chicken for both dishes. So just preparing the onions and garlic here. I'll be sauteing in a moment. What I'll be making first is the Singaporean noodles. Actually no, I'm sorry. I'm making the chicken curry first, but because the Singaporean noodles, there's a little bit more steps involved, so I'll get the chicken curry out of the way first. I'm making this because my wife's cousin, who's a mechanic, he's coming over to help us with our cars. So he's just doing a few things for us. So I'm just fixing lunch so we have something to eat when he comes. I'll slice this in a moment. I already have the oil, some olive oil heated. I'm already sauteing, but I haven't even sliced the garlic. You know, when I'm filming, and I'm editing videos, I'm gonna try to not remove anything that I don't like on the clips that I filmed, so you all can know, you all can see the mistakes that I make through my recordings. Just something for everyone to talk about. So I use a lot of garlic when I saute. The Filipino way of cooking, for every dish that we make, usually the first steps that we do is saute garlic and onions. I actually have some more garlic on the side over there. We buy these garlic already peeled, so when they come in a container, so we just grab them from the container because we don't like going through the ones that you have to peel because it's such a longer process. It's time consuming. So my kids requested for me to make the Singaporean noodles, and I have some people at work that have been waiting for me to make this dish also. So I think it's about time that we make it. So, okay, I think that's enough. So I'm just sauteing garlic and onions basically just browning the garlic, and then I'll throw in the onions and saute them until they're translucent. Don't have the oil yet, but my pot here is ready to go. It's already been heated. So this is for the chicken curry. That's what we're fixing first. For the cut of meat for the chicken, I use chicken thighs this time. I purchased the ones with the bones and skin, so I just remove the skin and left the bone in, because the bone I like to cook it with, because the bones give it more flavor. So my heat is on high right now, since I'm right in front of the pot. But in the moment when I put the meat in, I'll turn down the heat. Then I'll add all the ingredients that I'll be using. I actually forgot to grab a couple things from the pantry, so I'll show you more in a little bit, okay? Alright guys, so just finished sauteing the garlic and onions. Now I'm throwing in the chicken in the pot. So now that the chicken is in the pot, I'm throwing in all the spices, all the aromatics. We are using, of course, black pepper. I don't really measure anything. I just basically eyeball everything that I'm putting in. So for the amount of chicken I use, I think I might have used maybe 10 pounds of chicken. I'm making a lot because we'll be eating this for a few days. So that's about a tablespoon of black pepper, maybe a little more. Got some curry powder here. I'm putting about, we'll say, about 4 tablespoons of curry powder. You've got our bay leaves. We've got our patis. This is fish sauce for those who don't know what patis is. For this much chicken, I use 2 cans of coconut milk. I use one in the very beginning, and I use one towards the end. So the reason why I do that is because when I put one towards the end, it gives the sauce a little bit of sweetness from the coconut milk. So as this is cooking here, this is simmering, we'll be chopping up the vegetables, preparing everything else that we need for this dish. What else are we preparing for this dish? We have Thai basil. I like to use Thai basil, which is this stuff that I picked from the backyard, from the deck. Got some bell peppers, some potatoes. I usually put carrots also, but since I didn't buy enough carrots, I'll be skipping the carrots this time because I need the carrots for the Singaporean noodle, so I don't have to go out to the store and spend some time doing that. So Thai basil, bell pepper, tomatoes. We have some potatoes. The potatoes will peel. For usually I don't like. These taste better if you fry them, but if you don't want to fry them, I usually just throw them in the air fryer. They're in there for I don't know 25-30 minutes usually until they're golden brown. The reason why I do that is because when you first fry them or put them in the air fryer, when you add them in the pot of chicken curry, when you eat them, the consistency of the potato is better than just throwing them in without doing anything to them. So, you know, the little extra steps that you do to make it taste better. At least I think so. At least everyone thinks so. So yeah, let's cut up some vegetables. I'll show you guys more in a little bit, okay? So I'm just adding the one of the two coconut milks. So I'm doing one right now, and like I said earlier, I'll add the other one towards the end. Let's put a little water in the can just so we can get everything out of this can. So we'll let this simmer for a good, I don't know, 25-30 minutes. You wanna keep an eye on this. Keep your heat on medium. Reason why you have to keep your eye on it is because if you don't, then you overcook your chicken, then it becomes shredded. You don't want your meat to be shredded. All right, let me grab a plate so we have somewhere to put our garlic and onions here. So the rest of this stuff I'll be using for the Singaporean noodles later. There's a lot of steps when I make the Singaporean noodles, so I'll do that later. So now as this is simmering, what else can we cut up? I can actually wash some of these containers in the sink so I can get ready for the next step. So I'll be showing you more in a little bit, okay? Alright, so I just finished peeling the potatoes. And I'll be throwing these in the air fryer. So I actually have to correct myself from what I said earlier. The reason why I air fry these, or some people probably like to fry these in oil, I try to avoid using too much oil. I mean, we can use olive oil, then it just becomes too expensive. So the air fryer works also. So anyway, I said earlier, the reason why I do this is because of the, not consistency, but the texture of the potato. When you do this, it actually improves compared to just throwing them in the pot. So by doing this, I prefer better than just doing nothing with them and just cooking them along with everything else that's in the pot. You know, I'm a one-man team today. My sous chef is busy working, so I'm doing it. I'm a one-man team today. I mean, my sous chef is busy working, but she's working from home today. So she's over there in her little corner, trying to focus on what she's doing. But I don't know if she can really do that while I'm doing what I'm doing. Luckily, she doesn't have any meetings this morning, so I can actually talk while I'm filming. Let me just split these so the heat in the air fryer can travel through all the openings of the grills. So I can put 2 of these racks at the same time and just alternate them or flip them, however you want to call them. In Tagalog, ikot ko sila, ikot. Ikot? Oh, is that a Sarah G song? Yeah. Okay. So we are setting this for 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. I think it might take longer than that. Until they're golden brown, I'm gonna keep air frying them. So now that the potatoes are in there, I will slice some bell peppers. These cabbages are for the Singaporean noodles. I just figured I'd have everything out already since I'm making everything today anyway. But of course, when you're a content creator, when you're a vlogger, you have to do things separately because every move that you make, every stage you get into has to be filmed. So you can't just, do whatever you want because by doing that, then you lose your content. So when we eat this chicken curry, we like to eat this with white rice. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the sumac. It's an Indian spice. How do we explain sumac? It gives the rice a little bit of acidity. I don't know if you guys ever go to like Indian restaurants or some Middle Eastern restaurants when they like a fast food place called Moby Dick. This place sells chicken and other types of kebabs. When they serve their rice, they give you a little container of sumac. That sumac you basically just sprinkle on top of your rice. So for every bite that you eat the meat with your rice and your sumac. I don't know, I may be over explaining things, but it actually tastes really good with the sumac. Yeah, there you go. I'm not a trained chef, but I do a lot of cooking. Actually, growing up, my mom and I helped my mom cater. So being Filipino, we made a lot of Filipino food growing up. So that's basically what fed us as we were living here in Maryland and Virginia. That's what supported the family. Okay, I'll finish slicing these. I'll be sharing more with you guys in a little bit, okay? Alright guys, so our potatoes are done here. We can turn our heat back on. So we're basically just combining everything, combining all the ingredients in the pot. So this is how I want the potatoes. So if you're curious to how you, if you wanna follow my recipe here, this is how I want it to be, to turn out. Can't even speak. So I'm throwing everything in there. Actually, the other one I won't put in the pot. So later when I serve, I have potatoes that have not absorbed any of the sauce. It's kind of like eating French fries. Kind of, not really. So potatoes are in. We are now adding the Thai basil that we had sliced. Maybe we can actually add a little bit more of these potatoes. We don't need that many for later for plating. Let's grab our camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm also adding the can of coconut milk. You know, cooking and being a cameraman at the same time takes a lot of effort, as I'm learning. So there's a lot of sauce in there right now, but don't worry, the potatoes will absorb all the sauce. In terms of the flavor, the saltiness, we can adjust if we need to adjust. So now that we've added the Thai basil and potatoes, we can also throw in our bell peppers and green beans. And remember what I said earlier about the tomatoes? The tomatoes just go right on top once everything has finished cooking here. And once we add the tomatoes, we just turn off the heat and then put the lid on, and then we're basically done. I'm excited to eat this. I haven't had this for a few months. It's been maybe 3 months, maybe longer. So we'll just let this simmer for a little bit. We'll take some more videos in a little bit. So I'm just slicing some tomatoes here. I had some fridge that we bought from the store the other day. I also have some tomatoes that I picked from the backyard. So I just wanted to try one of these tomatoes from the backyard, because these tomatoes, these homegrown tomatoes, they taste so much better than the store-bought ones. That's a good tomato. So we have tomatoes in the backyard along with some, not Thai basil, but the regular sweet basil. The stuff that you use for like Italian cooking, Italian dishes, shall we say. So we can make caprese. So sometimes when we don't have anything to eat, the kids just grab tomatoes and some basil. You know, they'll put it together, add some olive oil and some salt and black pepper along with some balsamic vinegar, so you can have your caprese right there without having to spend any money. So I'm just slicing more of these tomatoes. In a moment, we'll be putting these in the pot. So I've already shut off the heat because I don't want everything to be overdone. I'm actually gonna save some of these tomatoes because I like to munch on these, the homegrown ones. The ones you buy from the store, I don't really care for. Oops. So these Roma tomatoes, I'm just quartering them. And once we put these tomatoes in the pot, they just sit right on top. You don't need to stir it anymore. Because later when we get ready to eat, we want to be able to get the tomatoes without crushing them. So let's grab the camera so you guys can see how the pot is looking. So that's what we have right now. Let me turn the heat up a little bit just so we can have a little bit more heat before we turn it off completely after we add these tomatoes. And there you go, guys. That's my version of chicken curry. So now that the tomatoes are in there, we are now going to put the lid back on and just turn off the heat. That's it. We'll share a plate with you guys in a little bit, okay? Hey guys, come join me eat. Today we have chicken curry. This is another favorite. Every dish is a favorite actually. So we made this yesterday. We have chicken curry. Oh, when we eat anything curry, we like to use sumac. Put this on our rice. This gives our rice a citrusy flavor. I want a piece of tomato.
From the garden.
That's right. I'm out of words today. Just got home from work. I'm tired. But sharing my first bite of the day with you guys. Maybe it's good that I'm out of words. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm hungry. Delicious. Wait. There's another one. So good. Take care now. See you guys later.